Hello guys, this is Coding Home and welcome to the HTML course. Now, let's learn how to add a heading in your file or in your HTML page. To write a heading, you actually just type H followed by a number. We have H1, which is the first heading, H2, H3, and the last one is the H6. And H1 is recommended to be written once in your page. And usually, the H1 is the biggest according to the font size. So let's write all of the headings and see what's the difference. I'm gonna write the H2, second heading, H3, third heading, H4, fourth heading, H5, fifth heading, and the H6 is the last heading. Now let's run it. And here, as you can see, the H1 is the biggest heading according to the font size. As you can see here, this is the H1 and it is the biggest in the font size. H2 smaller, 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 and H6 is the smallest. Now let's add a text in your HTML page. So I'm gonna delete all these and I'm gonna write P, which stands for paragraph, which is the element you write text in. So let's add some sample code. In Visual Studio Code, to add some sample code, you just have to write lorem. And when you press enter, your code editor generates you some sample code, just like this. So let's see. So I saved the file and opened it in my browser. Here, you see the text I wrote. So let's try something else. Now let's try to add some text ourselves. Here, I'm gonna write first line, second line, third line, last line. And let's look at the results. So now, as you can see, the paragraph element didn't preserve the breaks we added in our text. And now, we're gonna learn something called pre-formatted text. So let's see it. So basically, the pre element is just like the paragraph element, but it preserves the breaks we add in our element or between the text. Let's see. I'm gonna write pre and I'm gonna write first line, second line, and last line. I think that's enough. Let's see. And here, as you can see, the pre-element preserves the spaces before the text and preserves the breaks we added. So this is the difference between the paragraph element and the pre-element.